Oh, we're recording?
We are on.
I'm not on yet.
Get on.
Okay, we have a lot of excitement this week, but one of the things that's happening is a mini tutorial for you inspired by a little gift from Andrew and Paula Chambers in the UK. This came to us. It's totally adorable. Little hummingbird. So I decided I wanted to try to make a hummingbird, and that became this mini tutorial as well as a part of our Fiber Fairy giveaway this week. So I'm working a little larger than, this is probably about twice life, but you can have a lot of fun with it and get a good amount of detail. So this is one shape on the Zullitool, really easy and fast and fun. It's a great project for wool bits because you just use all these little bits of color and you can get really creative with it because they come in so many different colors. We kind of focused our giveaway on the ruby-throated hummingbird, but even those have a lot of variation. So we are going to show you what you need and how to make these fun little birds. I love this one. This is one of my favorite ones.
It is nice looking. Tasty little bird.
The giveaway is off-white chunky core, which will be the base of the hummingbird, and then 3 different tiers of each one is 3 different colors. So we've got oregano, pine nut, and iris. We've got kiwi, blue raspberry, and spearmint.
Yes.
And we have plum, raspberry, and poppy. But you don't have to use those colors. You can use any colors. This is just what is part of our giveaway today. And then we also have a special bag. Marcia dyed 2 different batches of locks in greens and pinks to purples. And then we have 2 natural colors. This is Leicester long wool. So, but any locks you have, any core wool you have, any top coat you have will work. And then I'm also going to mix in a little bit of the Angelina. It's just really fun to get a little bit of sparkle in there. Look up like hummingbird up close, and you will just be like blown away by what's happening on these tiny little birds. You should also check out Lee Charlton has somewhere a nest video, which would be fun to make the nest to go with the bird. I have not yet mastered nests, so I will point you to Lee, but I don't know where that is, but we'll try to figure it out and link it up. Okay, so we're gonna start with a round toothpick. So you need a round toothpick. And I have just been Sharpieing them, but black acrylic paint would probably be even better because it would go on, really coat it and kind of go on more solid. But for the sake of time and convenience. Can you see this, Milo?
Yes.
Okay.
I like the Sharpie.
Yeah, I do about 2/3 of it. Remember when I bought those cheap ones and they were Sharpays? They were Sharpie knockoffs. Not so good. I got duped, man. Okay. You need a Zullitool. You need core wool. And you're going to work with about a 12-inch piece, which is the length of your stab-it. What are you laughing at?
The Sharpie.
I know. Sharpay.
I'm a little punchy.
It was EI. Not IE.
It's terrible.
So I've broken it into quarters, and just hold the toothpick. What is that? About an inch sticking off of the end of the Zullitool. And your first wrap, you just want to go around the tool and start to hold that toothpick down. Now, when you wrap this for this project, you want to stay thin and tight. So really really, really pull this tight, because once you slide it off, it has a lot of give and requires a lot of felting. So I went around this facet. Now I'm going to go around the wide part again, and now I can angle up and go around this facet. And I really want to get this point well established. It's really neat how this comes off. Hopefully it does it well. And then I'm going to come down not quite to the 3-inch mark. So this is 1, 2, 3 inches. The end in Serafina. Not quite that far. Some of mine ended up on the big side. So now I'll get another quarter. I'm going to make sure it's nice and even. We have the door open here today because it's overcast. So we wanted to let some light in. So if you hear trucks, hopefully you're just hearing birds if you hear anything. So I'm going to go up around this point again. Really getting it tight. And then I'll come down here. So that was 2 quarters of that 12-inch piece. I think I'm going to do one more around this center.
So I noticed you wrapped down, and then you started at the bottom, and you wrapped back up.
You definitely want to have a lot of back and forth on this.
And now you're starting at the bottom.
Now I'm kind of hitting this. What I'm thinking about here, this is going to end up being the head, and this is going to end up being the belly. So I'm just getting a little bit more around this belly area. All right, so I've used almost a full 3 quarters of that 12-inch piece. And I want to stab it pretty good on here, pretty well, because we want it to start to stick together. The biggest danger with, with the one shape on the Zullitool is that when you pull it off, it's gonna just unravel. So to avoid that, you wrap tightly, you do a lot of back and forth, and you stab it a little bit. Try not to stab your tool and nick it up. Now I'm gonna make one colored like this. So before I slide it off, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap some either pine or oregano around the head. That's just gonna make it easier. I think I'll do oregano. So I'm just taking a little strip, and I'm going to try and get it to cover. It's a little bit hard when it's on a point like this because it wants to slide down. I'll go around that one time. Yeah, it's a little bubbly, not super tight, so I'm going to try and stab it in. These get a lot of stabbing once they come off. Like it's kind of fun. You can really do a lot of tweaking. All right.
I noticed you have 2 needles
That's
in
a
there,
little
not 3.
Yeah, these are strong needles, and 3 was too much. Also, since I'm working against the Zullitool, I like that I can just have it flat. You know what I mean? Instead of triangular. Alright, so I'm going to slide this off. I'm going to hold the head and the body and just try to pull very slightly a little neck. So I'm just giving it a little tug to create a dent right here. Then I want to make sure this is the right length that I want. Look at pictures. And at the back of the head, I'm going to take my fingers right where the back of the head should be. It's about an inch of wool. I'm going to break the toothpick. I know. So, hummingbirds have this really cute square little head, and breaking a toothpick does 2 things. It gives you that shape, and it also gives the toothpick a little bit of grab. Now that it's broken and you felt around it, it's going to want to stay in there a little bit.
That was a little more violent than I expected.
So there's a lot of positions that hummingbirds can be in. This one I kind of swooped this way, like he's doing a crunch. This one is the other way. So decide, you're gonna wanna make like 50 of these, so don't worry about like you're gonna do one, then you're gonna do one the other way. But at some point decide which way you want it to be, because that's how you're gonna start to stab it, to shape it. And you gotta stab it a little before you start working on color, because you don't want it to slip. And then this I just make into a point. I just kind of encourage it into a little point. Because that's the way they are. They have this little, their body comes to a little point, and then they have their tail feathers. Sometimes their tail feathers are fanned out. Sometimes they're in more of a, like a point or spear kind of shape. So you can decide what you want to do. Like these, I tried to do locks that kind of fan out. Oh, this one too, we'll get there, but I brushed the locks open so that it just looked like the wings were fuzzy, like as if they were moving really fast and got blurry. Okay, next step. Look at a picture, decide what color you want the throat to be. We're gonna go with the traditional ruby color, which I'm mixing poppy and raspberry. It's just a teeny tiny bit. And the cool thing is, their feathers have a lot of texture. So you can look in your colorful locks for, oh, this is perfect. Actually, I might not even use that top coat. Can you see these teeny tiny? We put a big mix of locks in here. So some of them are these teeny tiny lamb locks, so they would make a really cool throat. And then I get some Angelina in there. I'm actually going to cut the Angelina in half because it's so long. It is hard to get the Angelina to, actually what I'll do is I'll fuzz this together. So you could use your top coat, or you could use a little section of locks. And then, it doesn't take much really. So I'm going to fuzz these out. So tiny. And then I'm going to use this top coat Angelina mix to help hold these locks on. Oh my gosh, so fun. It's like pretty already. You're very quiet, Milo.
I'm listening to the birds.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to come across on the... Alright, so I will be stabbing that some more. But I just want to get my colors laid in. Okay. They have a lot of different colors on their chest. I like using this Spearmint instead of white. You could do white though. And I'm just going to restack it so it's all the same length. And then tuck it in a fold right up under this curly part. Just to get some, gives it a little bit of volume when you fold it to the chest, but it gets some color on there before I start doing the wings. Alright, for the wings, I've been doing, oh my gosh, all different kinds of things. These wings are just locks. These wings, I put some top coat and then locks on top. So let's start with some top coat. I'm going to do the Kiwi blue raspberry. Let's mix a tiny bit of oregano in there. Alright, so I'm just going to hand blend these. These amounts are so small, it's not worth getting your carders out. Just restack and it'll blend together. So I've done it two different ways. One way is to just let this go across the chest and let each side start to make a wing. But the other way is to take two pieces, which is probably a little better. So try to get two even pieces. And then start one going up each side onto the belly. That gives you a little more length. Mostly I've been having the wings go up, but we could experiment with having them go down as well. Gotta look at some pictures, I guess. Oh, you could mix some Angelina into the wings as well. Why not? Get a little bit onto this one.
So why do hummingbirds hum?
Are you asking me a question or are you telling a joke?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
They hum because their wings are going so fast.
They hum because they don't know the words to the song.
Alright, so we've got a little start. I've been letting the wings just be like what's the word I'm looking for? It's too early on a holiday for us to be filming a tutorial. Like they're
Non-defined?
undefined.
Oh, I just shook the camera too.
Oh boy. Yeah, blurry. Because that's what they are. I'd rather have fun with the fibers than like slave over some super detailed, probably wouldn't end up realistic wing that, you know, took forever. That's just my theory. Okay, locks. So then it's fun to put some locks on top. So we have some gray Leicester long wool, which I'm gonna use. Plus I have this gray. Okay, so I'm gonna fan this out a little. These are a little long, so don't cut the pretty lock tip. Cut the end that's already cut. I'll cut about 1 inch off. And then I'm just going to let these, the point of the lock become the point of the wing. I felt that down on the back. We could put another color, another like really bright locky, really bright. Oh, I heard a frog. Did you hear a frog?
No.
Outside?
But now I'm going to be listening.
Yeah, it goes. Oh.
What?
Oh. That's what frog says. Because we have a pond here. Sort of.
Ed, that's a pond.
It's a pond. It's like an 8-foot pond.
That's like a puh. Maybe a paw.
It's a paw. Ooh, aqua. That's fun. So I found some aqua locks. I'm going to pick out 2 sets for each wing. What are we trying to do here? We're trying to stay under 30 minutes. I'm taking my sweet time, aren't I?
That's okay. We're at maybe 20.
Okay. Oh, good. We're in good shape. It's handy to have a little slicker brush or dog brush, or you can use your hand carder just to comb out the end of these locks so that they can felt and blend well. I think I'm going to put these under. And then this fuzzy part is going to kind of take away this real defined stripy area right here. Ooh, that's pretty. Your stomach sounds like a frog, Milo. I
Me?
heard it. Yeah.
Oh no.
Maybe that's what I heard. Yeah, I like the way that fuzz just blends away that. Hurry! Then you can pull the locks and felt them together a little bit. Like I said, on the one, I actually brushed the tips of the locks out so that it looked more fuzzy, active. And then you can really try to felt them up, or you can have them sticking out. And then we want to put some tail feathers. What color do you want your tail feathers? They could be gray, they could be green, they could be white. Help me out a little.
A lot of choices.
They could be aqua also. Okay, that's cool too. I should look at a picture. I like having an odd number. If you're gonna have little points or something, 3 or 5 is better than 2 or 4. So I'm gonna brush the ends out. That was not very good. I don't like that one. Alright. And then on the top of the tail, I'm going to have these just stick past the white part a little bit. You need some breakfast.
I ate breakfast.
I didn't eat breakfast. And then I'm going to put a little bit of color going down the back here just to kind of blend these things away. So I'm going to morph from aqua, mixing spearmint and blue raspberry. Maybe I'll put a little bit of kiwi in there. And then I think I'm going to morph to blue. I think that would be cool looking. Alright, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to let the fringe blend with the tail feathers and further hold them down. I'm going to do the sort of 2/3 shingling that we do on the chicks. So I'm felting the center third and then folding this over and letting the fringe blend. And then on the next one I'm going to blend blue raspberry, kiwi, and maybe a little bit of iris. So now I'm just working it a little bit darker. You got any more?
Nope, that was it.
That was it? That was the only hummingbird joke.
I did not put in a lot of time and research.
Well,
it's been a busy weekend.
it's been a very busy weekend. Alright, so this one, I'm going to let the fringe blend maybe just a little bit more. So these can get big fast if you use too much wool. Overlap the first piece. And then fold that back. Can let that kind of fan out even and blend into the wings a little bit.
Got a little neck situation going on there.
Shh. It's fine.
I only mean color because you're going to tell everyone what to do and it's going to look fabulous.
Oh, okay, we're getting there. Okay, and then I'm going to go darker. So now I'm going to just take iris and maybe a little bit of pine. Oh, that's pretty. So pretty. And then I might try to make this into a little, like let this blend.
See, you just fixed the next situation.
And then I thought you meant because his neck was bent a little funny. It was
Oh, no.
weird. That looks good.
He's like a little. What is that, Elvis?
I'm not even saying the T word. Okay.
Oh, it is a little T word.
No, I'm not even giving him any. Okay, so I'm gonna try to shape this into a little point. There's so many possibilities of what you can do with the coloring on these. So I just kind of brought that into a point towards the beak, and then I left the oregano here where the eyes will be. I like that. Get these really up. Doesn't have as much neck as I would like. Not that they really have a neck, but they do. Hummingbirds do have a really cute little shape to their head. Looks like he has a little blue helmet on. Okay. Eyes. Piece of cake. You needed a little bit of black core. And I had some. I'm so prepared with my setup. Here it is, here it is. Lately, I've been just taking, instead of a toothpick or anything, it just gets too hard. I've been taking a tiny bit and just folding it. You can fold the little edges in and then fold it. And look at a picture so that you know where their eyes go. They go kind of in the center, you know, from the beak to the back, it's sort of centered, and then just ever so slightly, if you're looking at it from the side, above the beak. Level wise. They have a nice, kind of, for their size, biggish round eye. Not huge, but okay. Always a challenge to get the other side. I might put like a lime, some contrasting color under the eye here. A chartreuse block or something. Let's find a good block. Whoa. Marsha's a good lock dyer.
Yes.
Yes. Actually, they go a little dark. Maybe I'll do something dark. Maybe like a dark purple. That could be cool. I'm going to cut a little bit of this tip off. It's too long and it gets lighter at the tip. Let's see, how much do I want? And then I'll put this dark purple under here. Because I can. Just because you can doesn't mean you should, Milo. Just so you know.
That's my philosophy, though.
You could eat our kittens, but you shouldn't.
I zoomed in there. I wonder if people are saying finally. Now that it's almost done, you zoom
I
in.
can see what she's doing. It's also cool to... Ooh. It's a lot of look for a little hummingbird. I'll fix that. I'll do something with that. To go around the eye. Whereas the spearmint is a good color to do that. Just kind of sets it off and makes it show up. And they actually do kind of look like that in real life. So I'm just taking a little strip of a lighter color. It can be gray, it can be any color. Going around the eye a little bit. Other side. And then, of course, you have to have a white dot. Or else your hummingbird is not alive yet. Nobody wants a dead hummingbird.
Like a taxidermist might.
I don't think. You have to like freeze dry it. So tiny. So tiny. Their eggs are so tiny. Their nests are so tiny. Oh, my hummingbird is a little scary. It's okay. It's okay. It's just a matter of stabbing. Getting that shape right. Kind of flatten the top of the head out a little bit. Alright, white dot, white dot. And then we're good. I know there's more. There's more I should be saying.
Well, I'm noticing one of them you did locks down the back
Uh-huh.
instead of top coat.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You can do anything. And it all's cute. I'm using the 40 twist on the little eye dot. Just lets me stab it all into one place.
Do you do any more blending on the underside of the belly?
You could. You could. This one I think I'm going to leave. I kind of like that white, that lighter color. Aw, cute in the end.
It is
It's
cute.
cute in the end. A lot of fussing and stabbing. That's what makes these so fun. And it's perfect for wool bits or like using up all those little... I think I'm going to brush this one's wings out. Because I don't love the way it's... I want it to have a little bit more of a long, blurry, blended look. I like that Angelina in there. Yeah, that's better. So fun.